Did Jesus Christ really die on the cross?
Dear Truth Seeker, you've just stepped into one of the most hidden, rewritten, and powerful truths ever buried from humanity. The truth about Jesus Christ has been altered for over 2,000 years, manipulated by religion, rewritten by empires, and stripped of the divine feminine. Let's break it open. No, Jesus did not die on the cross the way you've been told. And yes, he had a wife, and she was one of the most powerful spiritual women in recorded history. The official story says Jesus was crucified, died, and rose again after 3 days, but suppressed texts, including the Gnostic Gospels, Nag Hammadi scrolls, and Eastern manuscripts, suggest otherwise. Some early accounts claim Jesus survived the crucifixion. The Quran, Surah 4, 157, states clearly they did not kill him, nor did they crucify him, but it appeared so to them. Ancient writings from Kashmir and India describe a man named Isa, a healer from the West, who lived long after the crucifixion, teaching and performing miracles into old age. The crucifixion may have been real, but the death a ritual illusion. Why cover it up? Because if Jesus lived, then the foundation of guilt, suffering, and salvation through sacrifice collapses, and the need for religious control falls with it. Now let's talk about Mary Magdalene, not the prostitute they told you about. That lie was injected by the church in the 6th century to erase her spiritual role. Mary Magdalene was Jesus' wife, partner, and spiritual equal, a priestess of the divine feminine. She was trained in the sacred mysteries, possibly of Egyptian or Essene origin. The Gospel of Philip, a banned Gnostic text, says Jesus loved Mary more than all the disciples, and he used to kiss her, often on the mouth. She wasn't his student, she was his counterpart, the embodiment of the feminine Christ. So why was this hidden? Because their sacred union represented balance, masculine and feminine, teacher and priestess, divinity in union. And a system built on patriarchy couldn't allow that, so they erased her. They elevated Peter, they buried the Gnostic Gospels, and they made Jesus celibate, Mary irrelevant, and God exclusively male. But the truth didn't die. Jesus and Mary likely were married, had children, and escaped after the crucifixion. The real Holy Grail wasn't a cup, it was her womb. That bloodline was preserved in secret, inspiring movements like the Cathars, Templars, and hidden mystery schools in Europe. Jesus wasn't a martyr for guilt, he was a teacher of sovereignty. Mary wasn't a sinner, she was wisdom in human form. Together, they carried a frequency that threatened empire. And now, that memory is rising again.
If you enjoy my content, like and share to spread the truth.